one of the weird out of nowhere things that I personally have experienced with Fire Emblem Three Houses is this weird sort of a feeling of deja vu that this idea of this church of knights who are going around fighting people to benefit the continent is somehow a very familiar idea, like something I've seen before. And as it so happens, it is because that happens to be the general idea behind my newest book, the title of which I will keep close to my chest for now. The book, right? The book I just finished is about a group of knights who protect the world from evil supernatural threats, right? Like, it's set in our world, it's set in our current time, well, 2009 to be specific, like 10 years ago. It deals with current events, it blends the supernatural with warfare. It's quite distinct, I think, from other Western creators. It's very, very similar to anime and how anime deals with like history and like fight sequences and just character building and stuff like that. I am very, very Eastern inspired, as I'm sure anyone who follows this channel for the gaming audience, for the gaming content knows. It's like I absolutely love this kind of thing. And so when I went about creating this thing, when I went about thinking about what I wanted to do creatively, I came up with all of these really crazy ideas that were influenced by things that I deeply care about, but sort of things that I deeply love, but I think have a sort of different twist to them, right? Because this book was inspired not by Fire Emblem Three Houses. I'm not saying this. This book in particular was inspired by Dragon Quest IV, right? A game that I absolutely adore. A game about a knight going around recruiting people in order to rally this team to sort of save the world, right? You have all these different intertwining stories coming together in order to defeat the evil Dark Lord at the end. And when I replayed that game recently, I went back to it to save Rosemary and do all this stuff, do all this extra content at the end of the game. I realized how much I love this setup, how much I love this idea, and so I came up with this my own take on the concept, where you have this entire order of knights who sort of exist in the shadows, fighting monsters, keeping the public safe from them, learning magic, taking care of all these world-ending threats, of which there are several, right? There's so much stuff going on. It's all so exciting. Just sitting here, coming up with this stuff, coming up with new ideas, new characters, new plot lines. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And as time goes on, I really, really hope that other people like it too. I think they will, because I've already shown it to a couple of people I've had a relationship with, you could say, and they all say the same thing. This is cool as fuck, and I'm just really, really interested in seeing how other people, like normies, right, or people who are sort of outside of my general sphere of interest, how they'll handle such a thing. Because, like, again, this is the kind of thing that I don't think really has a lot of gets a lot of releases in the sort of like Western literary market. It's very, very over the top. It's very ridiculous, and that's kind of what makes it entertaining and fun. And one of the reasons I enjoy it so much. It is different than not only from the stuff it's inspired by, but like the sort of things it's competing with. Like, it's very different from Harry Potter. It's very different than, like, things you see on like the New York Times bestsellers list. Like, I'm having trouble thinking of anything the stuff I'm coming up with is similar to. I just can't. I honestly feel like I'm a little bit unique in that regard, in the way how I approach things and how I like execute my ideas, and just how I deal with my characters and how I resolve certain things. It feels fresh and new, and that's something. It's something I really love doing and something I want to see more of, something I want to do more. And for that, I think I'm going to need your help and your enthusiasm. So go ahead, like, comment, subscribe to this content, and we are going to see just where this path takes us. I am super excited about what's to come, and I will see you all again shortly.